Okay, so we're going to review what he went over in class the last couple of days and just do some basic algebra. What we're looking at is the skeleton of the acid-base titration equation, and that tells us that our molarity of acid times our volume of acid is equal to our moles of acid. And then if we divide that by the same of base, we can isolate any of these variables and solve for them. So like if we're given all of these variables, we want to isolate this variable and solve for it. So let's do that. We're going to use, we're going to say we have 1 mole of acid over 2 moles of base, and I'm going to do a problem down here where we actually take it out of a story problem. But for the example, we'll just start with 1/2. So I'm going to rewrite my skeletal equation, and again, this is my skeletal equation, and I'm going to be using this. So I'm going to do acid in blue, so I have my molarity of acid and my volume of acid, and that's going to be divided by my molarity of base and my volume of base. And that is equal to the moles of the acid over the moles of the base. So we decided to do 1 half. Okay, we've got it all set up. Now, I want to isolate, let's say we need to solve how many, the molarity of the acid. So we want to isolate this Ma. And what I mean by isolate is that we want Ma to be all alone on one side of the equal sign. So we want to have Ma equal to something. Okay, so that's what we're going to go for. The first thing that we need to do, we have something on each side of the equation. And the first thing that we want to do is get this fraction over on this side. And how we can do that is by cross multiplying. So PK taught us if we take this 2 and we multiply it here, we take this 1 and we multiply it here. And I'm going to keep the colors the same so you can see where I went. So the 2 came up here and the 1 came down here. And what did we do to the other side? Because whatever we do on this side, we have to do on the other side, right? So we need to multiply this by its reciprocal. And the 2's cross out and the 1 crosses out. And what we're left with is 1. This leaves us with 1 on this side of the equal sign, okay? So now we have 2 MAVA over 1 MBVB equals 1. And I'm going to rewrite it, and it's going to take a minute, but I'm going to keep the colors so you can see where I'm taking everything. Okay. And we want to divide. Equaling it to 1. Okay, and on the top we have our acid, MAVA. Okay, but we're not done yet. We got rid of the fraction. That was good. But now we need to isolate. We chose to isolate the molarity of acid. We're pretending that we're solving for the molarity of acid. So molarity of acid is on top of this fraction right here. My favorite thing to do at this point is to undo my division. So I kind of want to like separate this and this. The way to do that is you can put this in parentheses and multiply the whole thing by your denominator. The bottom is your denominator. If you multiply this whole thing by your denominator, then I will show you what we get. I'm going to erase this for some room. Okay. All right, so we're going to multiply by our denominator. So I'm going to do this all in black, but follow me if you can without the colors. So I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 1 MBVB. And anything I do on this side, I have to do on this side. So I multiplied 1 MBVB on this side, so I need to multiply it on this side. So I have 1 times MBVB, okay? You know what, let's do that in colors. Let's keep the colors going, just so you can see where everything's going. So we multiplied this side by our blue 1 and our MBVB. Okay, so now we can cross this off, this cancels out. So now we have MBVB over here. We have 2 MAVA, and this is all just over 1, if it helps you to see that, but if not, I'm going to erase it. So we just have this equals this. We still have our 1, even though it's invisible, but we're going to draw it for now. Okay, so now we have 2 MAVA equals 1 MBVB. We're getting closer to just having MA on one side of the equal sign. So what we need to do next is somehow isolate this MA so that it's on this side of the equal sign. Well, the way that we undo multiplication is through division. And I can pluck this out and I can pluck this out by dividing it. So I'm going to divide. I don't want my VA on this side, and I don't want my 2 on this side anymore. This 2 needs to come with me. So I'm going to divide out this 2VA, okay? I'm dividing it out, and anything I do on this side, I need to do on this side. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to divide by 2VA. Boop. Okay, now we can cross off VA and VA, and we can cross off 2, and we're left with MA. So now I'm going to rewrite it so that it's not so messy. You can see it a little better. So we have MA on this side, okay, and that equals a fraction that is